So guys, we will be creating our ceiling design using these 5 meters bedroom which I just created. So this is how it looks like in 2D, and when we go to 3D you will see something like this. And I just created it so as to teach you guys how to create ceiling design using Archicad. So these objects are objects from Archicad, and those objects which are shown in red are objects which are imported into Archicad. I downloaded it and imported it to Archicad. So if you want to learn how to download and import object into Archicad, make sure you let me know in the comment section. So it when you import object into Archicad, some of them shows like this, which is so much not good. And if you want to change that, I have a simple method which you can use to change that. Just go to 3D and click on 3D styles again, and turn off show contours and OK, and automatically it's going to remove all the outlines on the objects, and even on the walls and everything, no outline is going to show, as you can see. And for me it looks much more better. At least the recall of the objects are come to life, just like this lamp stand over here. So guys, here we are in Archicad. Let's get back to why we are here, to create ceiling design. So let's go to the floor plan, and we will have to clean up this surface so as to have a clean surface to work on. So I created a layer for this object, so I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to click on objects and click on Ctrl A on your keyboard, and I'll click on Ctrl L again to open the layer settings and turn off the hidden tab, turn it off, and OK. And I also created a layer for the wall design. As you can see in the 3D, this wall design, these colors on the walls, I created using morph tool. So I'm going to go to morph and click on Ctrl A and Ctrl L. I'm going to look for morph, and here it is. I'm going to turn it off. OK. And when you do that on 2D, also you need to do it on 3D. I'm going to click on objects, click on Ctrl A and Ctrl L again to open the layer settings and turn it off. OK. And same thing with the morph tool, Ctrl A, Ctrl L, and turn off the morph tool off, and OK. Now we have a clean spot that we can use to create our ceiling design. Now we are going to put back the outline, because it's going to make it more realistic. Let's go back to 3D style and turn off the contours. OK, and here we go. Now we have to go to 3D, to our 2D, and we have to start designing our ceiling right now. Now we go to document, click on spline tool and set it to the square on, and click make a square inward and drag a copy. Right click and drag a copy. Now just click on it and click on it again, and now we click on offset edge and offset it to 50 centimeters. I'm working on centimeters, so I'm just going to click on 50, but if you're working on meters, make sure you click on 0.50. So I'm going to drag a copy again. The shortcut to drag a copy is Ctrl Shift Z, and click it 2 times and offset the offset edge again. Click on 50, enter. Now I'm just going to choose through this single line, and I'm going to hover my mouse around this square, and I'm going to pick me the midpoint, and I'm going to click on it and all the way down. So I'm going to drag it all the way up again. I hover my mouse again on this other side and pick the midpoint, and OK, all the way here. And now I'm going to create a shape, a kite shape. So just like that. What we are doing now is we are sketching out the 2D of how we want our ceiling to look like. So I'm going to create a semi kite with 65 minus 65. Let me just trace it out. 65 and OK, and bring it down 65 again. 65. Let's go back, click the space bar to go back, and 65 and OK. Now click the semi kite and drag it outside. What we're going to do now is we are going to go to designs and click on double tap on the slab tool and change the parameter, set it to 10 centimeters, and make sure you set the surfaces to titanium white and click OK. Now click on your space bar and fill it with the slab, and if you right click now on you're going to see slab. So if you go to 3D, you're going to see the slab over here. So now we are going to go to our floor plan, and we're going to click and open the east elevation, open recurring view settings, and now we are going to view it from this point. And now we have our slab tool. So we are going to drag it all the way up, and now we're going to drag it down to 15 centimeters, minus 15 centimeters. Okay, and now we are good to go to the floor plan, and now we are just going to drag multiple copies, and I'm just going to drag it and place it at the edge of this big kite. At the edge, make sure it's exactly at the edge. Okay, and now we have something like that. Now we are going to drag this one, Control D to drag it and place it at the center, of the lines, of these lines, and this line of the horizontal and vertical line. Place it at the center. So that's it. And now we're just going to eliminate all these other lines which we use as reference. Going to eliminate it because we no longer need it again. And what we're going to do now is we are going to click on the pickup parameters, and we're going to click in any of these slabs. We are going to absorb the parameters, and now we are going to place it now on this on the first square box we created. So I'm going to click on your spacebar, and the slab tool is going to fill in the shape we created. And now we're going to make an opening over here. So make sure you are on this square side and click and create an opening, and there we go. So now if you go to 3D, you're going to see something like this, as you can see, the ceiling design is coming out already. Now you're going to click the center one and Control D to drag. You're going to drag it from this point to this point where it ended, and it's going to be something like that. There we go. Our ceiling design is almost completed. Now we're going to create a ceiling. Go to the east. Now let's go to the west elevation. Click the west elevation, double tap on it, and it's going to open the settings. Now you click on the slab, Control Shift D to drag a copy, and you drag it from here all the way up, and just reduce the size to 3 centimeters. Okay, and there we go. So now if you go to the 3D, you're going to see something like this. Why we kept this opening? The reason why we kept this opening over here is because of the lighting. We are going to set our lighting in here so that it's going to give the beauty of the ceiling. So we have to use our wall tool to close this opening over here. Now go to 2D, click on pick up parameters and click on the walls, and we're going to I'm going to draw a wall over here. Go to 3D. Obviously you must have blocked this other end because we drag the parameters from this other end, from this other wall, which means it absorbs the height and thickness and color and everything. So now you're just going to reduce the size. We're going to reduce the size of the wall, Let's drag it all the way up. Place it like this. Let's move closely and drag it the way down. I have something like that. Yeah, so that's how you create this type of ceiling in Archicad. It's very more simple and it's very easy. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add lighting and we're going to add a fan over here. So I'm going to go to the lamp tool and I'm going to first of all add the fan, and we're going to approximate the center of this lower ceiling. I'm going to place it there. Okay, now we are going to add some lamps. Scroll down. Let's take this one and place it somewhere here. Okay, so let's go to 2D and adjust it. Here it is. So we are going to increase the size a little bit. Click on this purple and extend 6 and copy. Control Shift D to drag a copy. Place it over here and press the Shift key and right and left click to highlight the other one, and click on Control Shift D to drag the two at once over to this other side, and Control Shift E to rotate the copy like so, and Control D to drag it to where you want it to be. So let's place it over here. Okay, Control Shift D again to drag the copy over here. And if you go to 3D, this is what you're going to see. All the lamps are being placed in their respective direction. So what you're going to do now is I'm going to turn on our object so that we're going to do we're going to do a rendering in Archicad. So I'm going to go to document, layer, and I'm going to turn it on, or just click on Ctrl L to turn on the layer. Click on the morph and okay. It's going to take a while and it's going to load, and here it is. So now I'm going to do a simple engine in Archicad. So I'm just go Windows, palette, and down to photo engine settings. It's going to take a while to load and it's going to pop up like this. So we're going to set this to 40 and this to 20 and this to 40 and create photo. So it's going to load and it's going to come out with the final photo. Let's wait for it. Let's just cancel this one and wait for our photo to render.